Yo, that's 7 in a row, bro. 7 in a row. Seven, y'all. Yo, I'm hyped. This West Coast is about to be lovely. We about to go out there and ball out, man. I'm hyped, yo.
I'm hyped. Yay. What was my bold prediction? I said 6-2. Yeah. It's looking close. It's the game tonight. Yeah, we gonna talk about it. You gotta get your boy in here.
Ace.
Yo, welcome to the show. I am your host. I walk around like number 11. I know I'm the GOAT. My chains, my rings on Matt Ryan, they coated in cold. I already killed the beat before I sat up and spoke. I'm here to close out the game. You sweep the dugout at best. I'm the realest. If real hopped off the page and showed in the flesh. No team jersey, but my city's still on my chest. Trade from the 3. If I shoot, then it's all net. No time for you to rewind. You just in time. I'm a king. This king drum, so you know I'm in shine. I've been dope since 4 years after 1989. My pen work be out of this work, no pop flies. Not here to kill the game, just a competition. I'm Freddie Freeman on first, whoever pitching, I'm still getting it. I let the scoreboard tell us what the difference is. This is history in the making, you are witnessing. Shout out to the kid, you are tuned into the greatest. Rise up, kings won't watch a king in the making.
Welcome to King's Realm. I am the king. I'm here with my co-host Tyrone. How you feeling, brother? How you feeling?
We won, bro. Like, this is 7 in a row. I haven't felt this much excitement in so long. Like, for us to be on this hot streak, we haven't lost since February. Like, this whole month of March has just been us winning. And to get a win tonight like we did after we lost to them. And it was a ugly game when we played them. And tonight it's like, yeah, this is the team y'all should have got in the first place. It just felt good. It felt like, and then Bogey, I went off, and he was just getting what he wanted. Exactly. He got what he wanted the whole night. When he crossed Ty Jerome up, I knew it was over with. When he did that little behind the back and laid it and did a float, I knew it was over with. He kept hitting. He had 5 or 6 threes tonight. And it's good. Like we were talking about how bad he was going. He came back off that injury. He caught his rhythm. He caught his rhythm in the right spot.
Exactly. And crazy off that, Bogdanovich had a bad game. Well, I wouldn't say a bad game, but he didn't have a great game. So it was just like they switched spots. So this time,
you mean Gallo? Yeah, Gallo, him and Gallo.
Yep, it was like this time. I said Bogdan, didn't I? I meant Gallo. Yeah, Gallo. They switch spots. So this is something the Hawks can do. They got so many shooters, so it can be anybody's given night. And that's good to see. And I think that's what we was expecting from the Hawks early on. But, that guy that we had to let go, we're not going to say his name because we're not calling him out. But we had to let him go for this team.
No slander. We can't slander. We're not going to slander him no more. We can't slander him no more.
You're right. We're not going to slander him no more because I think he's going to be coaching part of the U.S. Olympic team. So
he is. I don't think that's gonna hurt. I really and I hope and pray if Trey don't make it, we know why. But we know if he don't make it why. But it's okay. It's okay. He's a finalist. He doing stuff on the court, off the court. Olympic team is always nice. It's always nice to have one of your favorite players on the Olympic team, or a player from your city. It's okay if he don't make it. We know the reason why.
Yeah,
we'll put it like that.
It's like Isaiah Thomas when he didn't make the U.S. Olympics team.
Yeah,
I had all the qualifications. Out the Slaughter, 7 straight, baby. Yes, 7 straight, man. This is a great feeling to win so many games in a row. 2017 was the last time we was winning games like this, and this game came off like we was talking about off air. This was a defensive game. This wasn't one of those games where we had to score a lot of points because this team is not good. OKC is not good. So nobody on this team scored more than 20 points. I'm going to say it again. Nobody on their team scored more than 20 points.
Shea looked horrible. Can I speak on Shea?
Yeah.
We had a thing where everybody, Twitter just has these hot take. I don't associate myself with NBA Twitter anymore because it's some weirdos on there. But Shea was everybody had this little, the little comparison picture. And they were saying Shea was better than Trey. Everybody was like, if you don't believe me, you can go kick rocks, this and that. What happened tonight? Trey came out and said, okay, yes. I feel like Trey really pays attention to social media more than like John Collins, anybody. So Trey came out tonight and he started off hot. Trey didn't even play the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Trey did not play he's going to come into that Lakers game almost at full health. Like that is going to be, that's going to be so nice for him. And I feel sad for Dennis Schroeder at this point because I don't know how he gonna do it. Trey gonna be like relaxed, like his body. He was on the sideline jumping around like hype because he didn't have to play.
Exactly.
So I'm really happy Capella didn't have to play that much, so he got some rest. We put JC in at the end. We didn't have to. We got him some extra minutes. Kevin Huerter played some extra minutes. We didn't have to play those guys. We got them out with like 4 minutes left. So they still gonna be extra. They're still gonna be more rested. They got in for like maybe, I think they got in at like the 10-minute mark and was out by the 4-minute mark. So they only played like 6 minutes in the fourth, and we cleared the bench.
Exactly.
So that was a really good game for us in general because it helped the team relax. It helped us rest. We got up, started off hot, and we killed them from the beginning. 25-8 just was disgusting, and it was just like, oh, this is gonna be an easy game. Exactly. Hey, we had some doubt. I had some people like, oh, well, Dort's coming back and Maladin's coming back and they're gonna be better. And then Dort didn't do crap. He got spun around by Trey a couple times. You got Maladin. I mean, he made an impact, but he wasn't. They didn't have their Shea looked horrible. Like OKC looked like a bad team today. They look like a young team, as Neek said it. They look like a young team.
This is they are a bad team. Sorry, I was muted. They are a bad team, and this is a team that we're supposed to beat. And like Slaughter says, it feels good to beat teams that we're supposed to beat. This is one of those teams that we're supposed to beat. And like you said earlier when you were talking about OKC with shutting down Shai Alexander, this and the team getting rest pretty much. This is one of those games I was talking about earlier this week when I said before we go on this stretch that we don't be shocked if Trae Young sit out a game. But this time he didn't really have to sit out a game, or Clint Capella didn't have to sit out a game, or John Collins didn't have to sit out a game, or Kevin Huerter, those guys you named. None of them had to sit out a game. They was able to play, keep the rhythm going, but they did so good on defense and they outscored a team that they should have beat that they could rest also. So that's going to be good because you're not coming off a whole game where you sitting out and you got to get into the game. So that's always good that they was able to rest and beat this team. And like you said in the last show, this team we should beat, not to overlook them, but we should beat them and get ready for LA in the road trip.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
I said don't overlook them because of Shea. And the whole thing was don't overlook them because of Shea. And then Shea came out and was doing layups and stuff that was just so retarded. We had 7 blocks tonight. I want to shout out our centers and John Collins. John Collins was his power forward. I want to shout out Clint. I want to shout out Nathan. I want to shout out Bruno. Bruno got a nasty block. Mm-hmm. That block Bruno had was disgusting. And I want to shout out. I think John had 3. Capella had 2. Okongwu had 1. And no, he did have 1. No, he didn't. Yeah, he had 1, and then Bruno had 1. So I want to shout those guys out. They protected the paint tonight, especially Capella. Capella was making people miss left and right. They didn't want to go up with him for some reason. Like they went up, and then Capella jumped, and they was just throwing the ball. It was no like I'm gonna try to go up on you and try to make the shot. It was like I'm gonna go up and try to get a foul or something. They just didn't look good. I know Oklahoma fans are, they're loyal to the soil, but that was a bad game for them. That had to be one of their worries. And for them to be like, so I think they're higher in the West Coast. I think I don't know if they're in the playoff picture, but I know they're up there. They're close to it.
No, they're 12.
No, they're 12. I thought they were. They get hype.
They're a bad team. They want with this team. This is one of those teams that won a lot of games early. And everybody was just team winning games early. Like they beat us, a team they wasn't supposed to beat. They won games early, which is good. And the reason they were able to shut down the paint is because they don't have no shooter. Shai Alexander is a good player, but he's not a shooter. Like Neek said, make him shoot the ball. That's what we want him to do. We don't want him driving the lane and doing that, because that's what he was able to do the first game, was drive the lane and get easy buckets. So we wanted to push him away from doing that, and that's what we was able to do, make him drive into those big guys that we have down there. Slaughter, will LA have AD?
No, he's out 2 weeks. He's out for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been looking at that. I've been working on that. Yeah. When we came back from All-Star break, which was like 2 weeks ago, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? Now, probably like 2 weeks now. He was off. I know they said it was gonna be 2 weeks, but I don't think he's gonna play because he hasn't played all week, and they probably will want him to play sometime throughout this week. Yeah. So I don't even think he's been working out. I think he's like a Cam situation for them, because it's the same Achilles injury. But we might get Cam back anytime. We get our defensive three back anytime. This road trip, they're gonna all come back. That's what the report is.
And the good thing about defense is, when you're a defensive player, you don't need to score. So it's really, you don't have to worry about getting your legs under you really too much, because it's something that you're already you're born to do. I don't want to say born, but while saying born to do, but you're good at doing that. So that's always good to get your defensive players back. Sports Live in the ATL in the building. Shout out to you, bro. Great, brother. Call me Slitimus. I like it. Slitimus. Call me Slitimus. This is great. This is just a great feeling, like you were saying. All around, man. 7 straight wins. It does not get no better than 7 straight wins, man. Let's jump into the box score, talk about these Hawks and what they were doing. John Collins, 19 points, 8 of 11. And he hit a 3. 8 of 11. He made both of his free throws. Clint Capella, good game. 8 and 8. Balled out, 2 blocks. John Collins with 3 blocks. So Clint Capella didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do much today, but just hold the paint down.
Clint missed layups. I'm gonna pull the U. Clint missed layups.
I was gonna let him
live. He missed easy that. No, he made me mad tonight. He made me mad tonight. And you know, I don't care about him. He made me mad tonight, because I was like, Clint, you missing easy. Like, he's getting up and unders and he's missing them. I'm like, Clint, dude, like, make layups. Like, and I'm seeing people like talk about like, or Clint can't make a layup, and I'm like, he can't. Like, you're right there. Dunk it if you need to. If you can't make the layup, dunk. He was getting fouled some, so I'm okay with him getting fouled on him. Make the layup, please, Clint. Clint, I love you. You know I don't care about you missing layups. Yeah. But tonight was 3 of 8 tonight, and you had easy those. You would have had, let's say, you would have had he probably would have had 10 points if you would have made a couple. He would have made almost doubled up, really more than 10.
Yeah, very easily could have had a double if he'd have made his layup. But I was gonna let him live, because we kind of blew him out. So I was gonna let him live. But I'm glad you brought that up, so everybody will be like, "He over there hating Clint." I'm glad you brought it up. Sports Live in the ATL. I need to be on one of your Hawks post game shows, my dude. Guess what? You just got an invitation. Saturday after the LA game, you are welcome to come on. That show will be between 6:30 and 7. You're welcome to come on. Hit me up on Twitter at Kings Realm ATL, and you're welcome to come on, my guy. There's your invitation. So if you can't make that show, trust me, we'll find a show you can come on, bro. You're more than welcome to come on. Weeks ago, I said 10 straight. You are absolutely right. You did say 10 straight weeks ago. The best momentum going into 8 games West Coast swing. Yes, brother. I don't want to get too hyped, man, but I'm getting hyped.
We're playing at a different level. Exactly. It's a different level of basketball. It's real basketball now. It's not. I think I can't think of his name. It's not pick and roll all game. It is people moving. I don't know if you saw the play where Bogey got the corner 3, but Gallo set the screen for him to come around. And I said, that's basketball. That's what we need to be running. We had so many shooters on this team. I'm saying everybody should be able to shoot. Even Cam should be able to shoot on this team. So So if really and truly, if we have those set pick screens and Cam can make from the corner, if we can do those plays like that, and we can run up a scoreboard fast, and we can get Trey moving around, and Trey just played at a different level. Trey's been playing. I said Trey and JC are back. That off the backboard play, the oops he's been giving John, he's been actually giving John the ball. They're back. They're always smiling at each other now. They're playing. They on the sidelines, joking and laughing. There's nothing there. They're all happy. The team is happy. This is a happy team, and you can tell. You can tell the difference. I'm not gonna say who was causing the problem, but we can tell the difference.
Well, Sports Live and ATL know who we think was causing the problem. Yes, I wouldn't say he sucks, man. We're not gonna throw him down that far. I did add you on Twitter, man. So we can talk there. Hey, we'll get you on the show, brother. But like you were saying, I'm not gonna say goddamn he sucked, but maybe this wasn't for him. Maybe he needed to sit behind another head coach and learn a little bit more. Maybe this wasn't his time. Let's go with that one. It wasn't his time to be a coach, a head coach at that. Because Nate McMillan is experienced. Let's be real. Yeah, he had that team with Paul George and Roy Hilbert. Let's not sleep on how bad Roy Hilbert was. So this is his chance. He got somebody better than Roy Hilbert. If you gonna sit here and tell me Clint Capella not better than Roy Hilbert or John Collins, I'll take John Collins over Roy Hilbert. So
that Indiana team and watching that Indiana team, you knew they were good. They just didn't have a center. Like Roy Hibbert was not built for that team. And they would have had even if they had traded for even got drafted a guy that was in the old coming draft classes that was bigger, maybe stronger. He just wasn't built for that team. Like if you look at that Miami series, he was the weakling of that Miami series, really and truly.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that Pacers team, like you said, was really good. They just didn't have a center, man. That was the last time I actually gambled, man. I lost about $150 on that game. And that was probably like the last time I ever said, no, I was like, nah, dog, I'm not gonna do that.
Nah.
Shout out to Big Bro L. He's the one that I lost the bet to. So shout out to him for betting on LeBron. I should have been a little smarter. I never like to think this. However, I really feel Hawks players played like shit on purpose to get him fired. This turns around shows that. What you think, T? I'm gonna speak on that a little bit. What you think about that?
I never think is that how I feel Hawks players played. I don't think they played. I think they played his system. This is how I think they played. They played his system and showed how horrible it was. Really and truly, they showed how bad it was, and it was just gonna cause him to get fired. I don't think they played bad on purpose. I think they really and truly just played his system and showed how bad it was. You don't want to play bad because you're getting paid to play. I don't think you want to play bad, but I do think that the fact of you want him fired, you're going to play his system to the best ability you can to show how bad it is. And that's basically what they did. I don't think they played bad, though. I don't think they did it on purpose.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. This is one of those things where players are playing bad because they're not being coached properly. I think this is going to go back to what we see with the Falcons this year. We're going to see a lot of different is coaching. It might be worse coaching. It might be better coaching. We're all hoping for better coaching. But since we've seen better coaching, players look a lot better on the court. And like T said, there's not just pick and roll. That gets boring. It's not just pick and roll basketball. This is team basketball. Everybody's touching the ball. Everybody's getting their shots. So you play better when you play better as a team. You can't win this game by yourself. Even the great ones don't win it by themselves because they don't score all the points. So you still need a team to help you get through it. Gator Dude, why didn't you tell me I was saying your name wrong? I'm a little disappointed in you for not telling me I was saying your name wrong. Got me calling you Gatorade Dude, and it's Gator Dude. My bad, Gator Dude 303. All love, though. That team could have been really good if Granger never got constant injuries.
Yeah, that's
maybe,
true.
but Roy Hilbert was trash. So
They're still, it's still the center. I still don't think that Danny Granger would have helped as much, but it's still. I think then they don't even know who their backup center was. That's the bad part. Like Lance Stevenson was almost. Lance Stevenson was playing. He was playing good. That I mean, he still was. He was still playing good when he's on the Lakers, but he was playing tough. He was playing LeBron the best he could, and you just had Chris Bosh going off. That team was just so stacked. You just didn't know who was going to go off. That's the crazy part. That was the crazy part about the Miami team. I don't see a team like the only team I can see like that now is Brooklyn. I don't see a team in the East like that. That somebody's just gonna go off besides their main star. Maybe Philly, but Brooklyn's the only team I see in the East that's gonna have that. You got James Harden, KD, and Harden. One's gonna go bad, the other one's gonna do good, and you could. And they do all good at the same time. Then it's over with. But yeah.
I agree with you there. I'm loving these comments, guys. I'll be doing a Hawks video tonight. Please watch, comment. I will shout you out too. We will be watching. If I don't watch tonight, I will watch the video. So and I will comment, brother. I will comment on that video. Shout out to you for watching Sports Live in the ATL. Your show is great. So if you watching here, you should go watch his show too. His show is great. He's about to have his own radio show, which is dope.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's big dope. Atlanta Nation's in the building. Atlanta Hawks. Yes, the Hawks are in the building. King Realm ATL and DeAndre's _burner is in.
I just followed you. He's at work, but when you just check your follows, I'm on there.
Yep. I am too. I followed you earlier. Gator Dude. Everyone calls me Gator Dude at first. Gatorade Dude. So I just rock with it. I feel you, brother. People say my name wrong all the time, and I just be like, okay, whatever. You're not gonna get it right. And it's common. That's the bad thing about it. It's all good. So back to other teams in the league. Let's see what the other teams in the league were doing today. Washington Wizards beat the Utah Jazz. I think this is like the third post game in a row we've talked about the Utah Jazz losing. Am I tripping?
No, you're right. Utah is slowly sinking.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, they're sinking. And it's not like I want them to sink. I don't want them to sink. They were hot. That way they played, it's not gonna last. People are gonna adjust to it. When they played us, we couldn't adjust. We had that coach, but we couldn't adjust to what they was. All they do really is truly, it's a drive and kick type of scheme. They're gonna they're gonna drive it and kick it to the three, and you just gotta really move. You gotta play man to man, and you can't get lost.
Yeah,
but they kind of sort of they're gonna, for them to be so hot, they were gonna fall off. They were gonna cool down. I think we all knew it, but shout out to Brody with the huge triple double.
I was just about to say that when you look at this box score, this was just Joe Ingles and Donovan Mitchell versus Bradley Beal and Westbrook. And in 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 matchup, who would you pick in that matchup?
We doing 2-on. Bradley Beal and Westbrook in a 2-on-2. That's a blowout.
That's pretty much what this game was. The Wizards got a little bit more help from the bench and other players around, but this was a 43-point game by Bradley Beal and a 35-point game by Russell Westbrook. So, and then you got Donovan Mitchell with 42 and then Joe Ingles with 34. So this was 2-on-2 with 8 other people watching. I hope my math is right. Yeah, no, my math. 6 other people would be watching. Woof. 2-on-2 with 6 other people watching. I'm sorry, y'all. My math was off. That's what
Jordan Clarkson, the 6th man of the year, only scored 7 points tonight.
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of tough for the 6th man of the year.
Isn't he supposed to be the guy coming off the bench to be the star? I don't know. I understand everybody loves Jordan Clarkson because of the story and, going from LA to Cleveland and getting to Utah and really shining. he's good. I'm gonna give him his credit. He's good. I don't think he's 6 man of the year. I don't know anybody else that's a 6 man this year. That's kind of sort of. I haven't been watching a lot of six bench rotation. I only watch like highlights. He's gonna win 6 man. We all know he is because of what he did this year. He's averaging like 17 or something. So he's gonna get 6 man. But it's probably somebody out there that probably deserves it more than him. But I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. So the Knicks barely got past the Magic, 94-93. Evan Fournier had the high this game with 23 points. Also Nikola Vukovic 17 and Aaron Gordon with 17. The next big Reggie Bullock 20 points. RJ Barrett Duke 17 and Julius Randle 18. Alec Burke had 21 points, so he had the high for the Knicks. Knicks is one of those teams that they could be scary, but they're not scarier than the Hawks right now. I don't care if they beat us twice. They're not.
You see Julius Randle's stat line? Let me read out Julius Randle's stat. 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 17 assists. Julius Randle had 17 assists. That meant he's most improved player. He's most improved player of the year. He's MIP. Most definitely.
I like that most improved player, and I'm gonna jump on your train with that. I have no problem with that most improved player, Julius Randle. You heard it here first from Tyrone, also known as DeAndre's burner, and I'm agreeing with him. Most improved player. I'm not calling that a hot take. That's just a factual take.
Triple-double. He's trying to, the funny thing, everybody was clowning him when he was in New Orleans, and they were like, oh, he's not. And then they was clowning him in L.A. And imagine if that L.A. team would have kept him, D'Angelo, who was on that? Brandon Ingram and Jordan Clarkson. Imagine they would have just kept all four of them. That team would have been a young team. It's still because Julius is only probably 27, 26. Jordan Clarkson's only they're all 26, and some of them are younger. That team would have been perfect. That team would have been absolutely, and now they would have developed like how they still develop. That team would have been crazy. I understand you want the soon town like LeBron. Julius Randle said he asked for a trade or he asked to be released as soon as LeBron signed. He was right. I want to go, which I feel happy for him now that he's doing good and he's successful because they kind of just kicked you at your spot.
Mm-hmm.
They walked in. LeBron walked in and said, "You got to go." Basically,
pretty much.
So
Gator Dude
it's crazy to see it now.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Gator Dude says Gallo needs to start getting 6 man of the year consideration with the nice stretch he's been on. I don't know.
He's been starting. He's been starting
though. If he goes back to coming off the bench, yeah, I can see it. Considerations, yeah, but I don't think he would have to have like a playoff run stretch deep in the playoffs, even though they say the award is before the playoffs, but whatever. But it would explain why James Harden keeps getting it. Well, he was getting it and just flopping in the playoffs, or Giannis getting it and then flopping in the playoffs. So it would explain that, but I don't think he'll get it. I can understand.
He won't get it. I can see it. I can see it happening, but yeah. I don't think he'll get it.
Pretty much equivalent to Trae Young and his U.S. a little bit different because of the coaching situation, but if he was playing like this at the beginning of the year and we were winning games, yeah, most of it understood. But he would have to have a deep stretch or just amazing regular season for him to get that award. But I can see the consideration. Oh shit, he has been starting. Never mind.
Yeah. So he's been these last 2-3 games. He didn't start this game, but the last 2-3, yeah, when Capella was hurt, he's been start. Those have been the games he's had 30. So he's good. I mean, he's a starter. We knew he could be a starter when we got him. But to him as a bench piece, which he knew, I think he knew either he was going to start, he was going to be a bench piece, and I think he accepted that role at his age. he's like kind of sort of the opposite of Melo. Like how Melo wanted to go somewhere and still be a star after a while, and had to learn he was going to be a bench piece. I think he came in knowing like I'm old now. Like I'm not the same guy I was 10 years ago. So I'm happy for him. What's up, Wallace?
Wallace in the building. How you feeling, Wallace? Big win, brother. How you feeling? Tell us how you feeling. We loving it. We going into the stretch undefeated. 7 straight. Don't get no better than not losing in a month. That ain't no better than that. When you know you playing basketball when you play basketball like this. So we're excited for the Hawks. Let us know how you feeling about the Hawks. So let's get into a portion of the show we just started, but it's starting to become my favorite portion of the show. Dumb takes, or just don't talk basketball takes. We haven't came up with a name with it yet, but we're gonna talk about
don't talk sports takes.
Yes.
Okay.
Talk sports. What was your problem with this one here?
So a lot of, if you guys watch YouTube, most of y'all, if you know Kenny, it's a guy that does 2K rebuilds. So this is a guy that does, his name is Matt, or Six Rings of Steel. He had a list, which, you know, we give these we give these YouTubers, you know, these platforms to talk hoops, and I'm okay with it. My problem was, this is his top 30 in the next 5 years, right? So we go, Luke, of course, top 15. We see Trey isn't there. So I want to point out one name that's on this list that doesn't make. How was Kate Cunningham, who hasn't played one NBA game, number 15? But now we're gonna go to the second part of the list. You can go to the next one. Why is Trey? Trey's at 21. He's behind LaMelo Ball, who's only played 1 year in the league. John Morant, who he has proven he is better than. Then you have Kyrie at 22. I guess maybe by age you're saying that. But you have some of these guys in here. You got Zach LaVine at 24. You have these guys that aren't going to be old. They're going to be closer to like maybe mid-30s. They're not going to fall off anytime soon. I don't see Harden and Kyrie, Zach LaVine. You got Brandon Ingram at 25. I don't understand this list. You got Chet Holmgren, who hasn't played a game. He's in high school. A high school player at 27, above De'Aaron Fox. So my thing is, you can say all these players are going to be doing this and that. You have Kawhi at number 11, right? Kawhi is old. Kawhi's going to be old by that time. And everybody's saying Kawhi might retire. He's going to have an early retirement. I don't think so, but you got Kawhi at 11. You got Cat at 13. You got Jalen. I can understand Jalen. The top 5, maybe I can see. But after, well, let me say the top, not even Shea. I don't even think Shea is going to be a top 10 player by then. I love, we saw Shea tonight, and he had a bad streak. So you go from, I'll say from 1 to 8, you can be right. But that list after 8 is just absolutely horrible. You have guys in this list that have not played NBA basketball. How do you put guys that don't have NBA basketball ahead of NBA, like actual? Trey's going to be, if he makes the Olympic team, an Olympic star. How do you justify that? And he didn't justify it in the comments. He said, "That's just my list." I don't know. It's kind of sort of crazy that people. I feel like Trey gets disrespected so much. I don't understand where the disrespect comes from.
Yeah, when I seen this list, I was looking through it, and the first thing that stuck out to me was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. It was funny because you sent me this list earlier, and we haven't even played yet, and then you see the game he had today, and it's like, you think he's going to be better than Trae Young, and he can't even shoot? And then I started looking at it a little bit more, and I said, you got Ben Simmons on this list, and he can't even shoot? Players like that don't last long. When you last in the NBA, it's usually, I'm athletic, and then I learned how to shoot, i.e. LeBron James, i.e. Kobe Bryant, i.e. Vince Carter. They came in the league, they were athletic, not comparing these guys to any of those three, I'm just talking about players that came in athletic. Even Blake Griffin, who just got traded to Brooklyn, he came in athletic. He got a little better jump shot. That's why he's still in the league. So when you can't shoot, you're gonna be ahead of somebody that already can shoot. Don't like
shoot deep. Shoot deep.
Exactly. I don't like it. I don't think that's fair. And Cade Cunningham, really? What happens if he doesn't even make it? Understood, you got to do 30 years. I got you, bro. I got you. You got to do 30 years. But I'm pretty sure there's other players in the NBA that are young that could be on this list that have actually showed you something. Let me think. Who's on this list? Imani Bates is on this list. Brandon Ingram's on this list. Hold on, Trap. You know who I don't see on this list?
Who?
Hold on. Make sure before I.
Lonzo not even on this list. I just thought about that. You don't even have Lonzo on
not on the list. RJ Barrett's not on the list. What's going on? Like, you got Zion.
Oh, he said something about RJ in the comments. He said I like RJ, but I don't think he'll be in the top 30 or something like that. It was something stupid. It was something real stupid.
God, where we these people at? This is why
this man has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube, bro, and people listen to him. Like, they literally take his opinion.
Well, everybody has an opinion. His is just wrong for today. Wallace, this is all about who he likes. It looks like it. It finally looks like it. And you also said rotation right is still being able to score. Yes, you know what's so beautiful about having your best players on the bench and they can still score? That's sexy. That's beautiful basketball.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
Bro, Bogey showed us Bogey's like, I'm gonna come off the bench and just give y'all money. I'm gonna just keep shooting.
Exactly.
Yeah, Wiseman's not even on that list. It's a lot of, like I said, we give these guys these openings to be, the basketball guys we can talk to. Some of them really don't know basketball.
They just play 2K.
They just play 2K. Yeah, really and truly. Like, I understand. Like, he's a football guy. His whole channel is 6 Ring of Steel. That's Pittsburgh. Yeah. So you're okay. We understand you play 2K and you watch basketball. He's a Knicks fan. First off, you know how I feel about Knicks fans. They bottom of the barrel. Of the barrel.
But the good thing is about Knicks fans, they're loyal to their team, but they know their team suck. Unlike Cowboy fans who are loyal to their team and think their team gonna win a Super Bowl every single year since I've been alive. They've only won it once. That was in '96. That would count. Because most
they ain't won one since they haven't been to they barely. I was born in 01. They've only been to playoffs once since I've been born.
It's a long time. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Oh, that's old school. Wallace probably know about that one. Wallace, what song is that?
Oh no, he wasn't. Was Anthony Edwards on? He was not on that list, I don't think.
But Anthony Edwards is not a shooter. So
he's trying to turn into one. He's trying. He's slowly but surely trying to, and he's gonna get there one day. Yeah. I feel like he will.
He'll be a better shooter than Ben Simmons. I can tell you that. That's
definitely. You can top Ben Simmons.
Yeah, anybody can. You just gotta be able to shoot the ball longer than 14 feet. Wow, how ironic. Because that could be a big snub. You're right. Anthony Edwards could be one. Kenny definitely knows basketball. That guy not so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now Kenny, I would KLT for that. No, he know basketball. He played basketball, so he studied the game. He a Bulls. I would respect him. He a Bulls. He know what his team's like. He'll say his team's fuck. Yeah. So I'm it's certain guys. As I said, we just give him that platform. But some guys we can really respect. So I'm okay. I'm okay with Kenny. I'm okay with it's a couple of guys I'm okay with, but certain guys you just like, dude, you like these people. You can tell you like them. That's why they're on your list.
Yeah. Wallace, thank you for reminding me. Players make coaches. We had this discussion the last.
Oh yeah, we did say that.
It's a mixture of both. You have to be a good coach, but the player has to be good also. You can't, yes, you can coach up a bad player. I agree you can coach up a bad player. But if you can coach up a great player, you're now a better coach. Let me give you an example. Coach K usually gets a few guys, one or two guys that are great players, and then the rest of the team are just good players. So then he coaches the rest of the team up, and then he also coaches the great players up, which makes the team great. Then you have coaches like Phil Jackson, who have great players, i.e., Scottie Pippen, i.e., Michael Jordan. And now the rest of the team is good. Yeah, let's not sleep on the rest of the team, but don't you think that any team could have took Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and went to the championship? Maybe not 6 times, but I'm pretty sure they would have went at least once or twice. Same thing with the Lakers and the three-peat when you have Shaq and Kobe. Yes, Phil Jackson is a great coach, but look what Phil Jackson did when he went to the Knicks.
Yeah.
So
when
it comes to a great coaching, it's a combination of both. You have to be a good coach to be able to coach up the good players to be good players, and the great players to take you over the top. What you think, T?
It takes 2 to tango. Let's put it like that. You can't like say, oh well, like you understand Kobe and Shaq, like that. You can tell those were great play. Everybody on that team was good. Really nobody on that team was bad. So Phil really just had to implement his offense and tell him play defense.
Exactly.
Now, if you look at a team like, let's say Detroit, the year Detroit won the championship, that team was a coach. I don't even know who was the coach for that team. I don't know his name, but that team had talent, but they still needed that coach to help them get to that point. Now they won a championship. That's a big deal. Look at Allen Iverson when they didn't win, but they had Allen Iverson and Mutombo, but they still had to coach those other guys. It takes a coach to get the great players to be able to play with the players that aren't that good. Exactly. Now everybody's saying the NBA, you have to be good to be in the NBA. You got to be good at a point of your career. But if you get to the NBA and you're not that good, you still have to have somebody there to coach you. You can always be better.
Exactly.
That's what you have to realize. You had to realize, look at LeBron. LeBron first got to Cleveland. I think they went to like 2 or 3 head coaches. They didn't really have LeBron carried those teams, right? He still had to give the ball up sometimes. He had to so those guys still have to learn how to be able to be where LeBron was going to give you the ball. Now, he's a special talent. LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time. So that's a special. You look at the ball, like you said, Phil Jackson. I love him as a coach, but he's had easy teams to kind of sort of get with. Like, I mean, you look at New York. I mean, you look at not New York. No, you look at New York. It was horrible. But if you look at Pop,
because he had great player in not Kevin Durant, and big fundamental Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
he had David Robinson, the Iceman way back when. So he's had great player, but everybody else, Hall of Famers, yes, Hall of Famers, Tony Parker, Manu, of course, Hall of Famers, Big Robert Horry, Mr. Big Shot, Hall of Famers, but still, that team was a fundamentally sound team, and that's coaching. That's coaching.
It takes fundamentals. Like you said, it takes fundamentals. You gotta have fundamentals.
And that goes back to this point. A coach can have a good system, but you have to have great players to run your system. It's not even great players. You just got to have players that are smart and willing to run the system. Let's switch over to another sport. Look at the Patriots. Usually they don't have any players on that team that are like, oh my gosh, they're great. They just
the Patriot way. That's the Patriot way.
Before somebody come in here, except for Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. I'm sorry. Let me give my shout outs to the players on the team that we know are great and Hall of Famers. They got some defensive players over there too. The cornerback, I can't think of his name right now. Teddy Bruschi.
Oh God, it just slipped my mind.
They got some great players, but that team is not known for great players outside of those ones that are the ones that are in the spotlight when big plays happen. So that coaching and the system, all that runs together. You got to be a good coach to get that system, and you got to be good players to match that system. So
look at Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Look at Julian Edelman. That Edelman has had a job in New England for a reason. He fits that system. He is a slot cornerback. I mean, he's a slot running wide receiver, and he plays that. He was Tom Brady's favorite safety valve for years. Why do you think he made so much money? Because Tom Brady knew he was going to throw it to Edelman. Now they had Hernandez, rest in peace. They had him when he was there, and he was the deep threat. He's never had these guys like he had Randy Moss one point, but he's never had.
The year they had him, they lost.
Yeah. So he's never really had these big time stars at wide receiver to make him win. Even now, we can say Tampa had some stars at wide receiver, but Mike Evans was the main. Mike Evans was the main star. So he has some fast guys. Tom Brady has one thing. He likes guys that can run routes and guys that are fast. Because Tom Brady, he still has that deep ball, and if you get past, he shows you that Green Bay game when that I can't think of his name, the little small guy, got past the cornerback and he threw it right in the pocket. I was like, okay, yeah, that's Tom Brady knows he doesn't have to have stars to play good, but when he does, it's elite. Like his defense has carried him some years. Really and truly, his defense has carried him a lot of years. And literally Tampa really that defense helped them out a lot more than we thought it was. Because they was killing Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Like he was about to die. So
a lot more than some people thought it was, because that defense has been good all year. The defense, it had its games, but who doesn't have their games where they have bad games? At least it's not like the Falcons, who was having multiple bad games back to back to back. But we're not talking about the Falcons, because we're talking about the Hawks, and they're winning 7 straight. So we're talking about a winning franchise over here in Atlanta. Somebody that's winning big, man. Before we get out of here, T, any shout outs?
Shout out Kevin Huerter. He's averaging 2.13 steals a game. So 2 steals basically over the last 7.5 games. He's averaging 2 steals. He's playing defense. I will say Kev is playing defense. Everybody's kind of sort of scared about Kev's deep. Canvas came out and decided he was going to play good defense. And I shout out to him because he's really stepped up. He stepped up a lot more than I think we really have realized as a fan base, because we missing Dre and Cam, and him being in there and not being a liability has really helped us a lot. Him coming in now, especially after the one we shall not name is left, and him being able to score and do what he has to do, he's looked good. I will shout him out, and shout out FILA. Everybody, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Shout out Amazon. We have, if you go on either me or King's page, we got a free month of Amazon Music. Use it, please. You click our link, and it'll give you the free month. It's really easy. I did it today. It's actually really easy. Just do it. Hey, just help us, share us. We're trying to be we're the number one podcast in Atlanta already. We just trying to, we are the number one podcast in Atlanta. We're just trying to get up to where everybody knows us. We got to get through the whole perimeter, all outside. It's people that watch us, it's people you watch us that we don't know are watching, and we really want to interact with y'all. Y'all have our Twitters. Follow us on Twitter. If you have any questions, shoot them in the comments when we live. Shoot us on Twitter. We'll talk about them on the show. Just interact with us. We're trying to get more interactive. Be interactive with us, and we'll be active with y'all.
Exactly. Shout out to everybody in the comments that stopped through. Slaughter, Sports Live in the ATL. He having a show tonight. Make sure y'all go check that show out. If you rock with us, you gotta rock with Sports Live in the ATL. Gator Dude. As Gatorade Dude, if you watch this show long enough. But shout out to Gator Dude 303, Atlanta Nation. Shout out to everybody in the chat that comes out and they supports us. Wallace.
I'm saying Wallace.
OMT, you've been gone for a little while, but we glad you're back, brother. OMT, shout out to you. Shout out to Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. Any plugs I want to plug? Shout out to Don. He gonna be back on Sunday. So shout out to Don. It's gonna be a great show, another good show. Thank you, Wallace. We thank you for joining. Y'all make the shows good.
Thank you, Wallace.
Y'all ask the questions and keep us going. Keep us going with the comments and everything. We'll see y'all Saturday though. We'll see y'all Saturday.
Early show Saturday, y'all. Early show, 6 o'clock. Hey, this is the earliest show y'all gonna get. Probably. This is the earliest show y'all gonna get on this West Coast trip. Yeah, if y'all stay up late, y'all gonna get the what is it called? The nocturnal shows. Let's put it like that. Yeah, y'all gonna get the up all night shows because this West Coast trip it's gonna hit. It's sleep schedules will be messed up. Y'all gotta wake up in the morning for work, you know. It's gonna be a long, tough stretch. Hey, we gonna be good though. I will say my bold prediction is 6-2, 4-4 is fine, 5-3 is fine. I think we're going above 500 though. I think we'll be at 500 or above 500.
Yeah, same for me. 500 or above 500 is a win for this stretch. Like T said, late shows, man. Come join us still if you stay up. If you don't, watch the recorded version. Comment those same questions you would comment when you're watching the show, and we'll get back to you, man. And on that note, peace.